What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show, the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show on the podcast. I'm your beloved host, famed Rothstein. Today's Friday, February 24th, 2023. It's about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all times Eastern, on the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show, Betting Public Sports Show. I've got action, and I'm gonna talk a little shit. I'm gonna talk a little shit today, and I'm gonna talk some shit tomorrow. I was gonna talk some shit about tomorrow's show today, but something else popped up, and I want to talk about it while it's fresh on my mind. Tomorrow's gonna wait one day. Yeah, like I said, make sure you like, subscribe to this video, to this channel. Leave comments. All right. And also go check out BCDK underscore OH underscore game. That's our game show. We start here in about 2 weeks, about two and a half weeks. And don't forget the podcast and my normal rotation will be back starting next Thursday. All right. So yeah, we back. I'm fresh. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm feeling myself, and I'm ready to talk some good shit. All right, and we're gonna do that. And I'm ready to give you good picks too. That's what I mainly do, the sports picks. But every now and then I talk a little shit like I'm gonna do today. But let's talk about the action first. All right, let's get that out the way because that's what you really came here for. I've got 2 hockey games for you. Okay. Oh, I got 2 hockey games and 1 college hoop rock game for you. College hoop rock got the Iona Gales at Mount St. Mary's. Iona Gales, coached by Rick Pitino, -9.5, -10. Go ahead and take them on the road. It's MAC. It's a MAC Friday. Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. The MAC. I'm very familiar with them. The teams in there. We're gonna go ahead and take Iona, the Gales, to go ahead and obliterate that team. All right, Iona's not real strong against the spread, but neither is Mount St. Mary's. They're terrible against the spread. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take Ricky P and his pedigree against Mount St. Mary's. Now the 2 hockey games I got for you. All right, we got the Minnesota Wild at Toronto. Okay. Minnesota Wild, they just played last night. Had a brawl with Columbus in Columbus. They won 2-0. Okay. They're 32-26 on the year, but they're 24-34 against the spread. Toronto hasn't played since Tuesday. It's got an extra day of rest. And they're 35-23 on the year. 26-32 against the spread. But 91% of the bets and 97% of the money is going on Toronto tonight. And I don't see why we wouldn't follow that trend. Toronto's kind of hot. The Leafs are supposed to, challenge, but Boston just kind of went out the moon this year. So they might not be at Boston and, Colorado's always going to be tough for them. Tampa Bay and whatnot. So I don't know if the Leafs are going to win it this year, but we'll go ahead and take them tonight. -1.5. That would be plus 116. All right, plus 116 odds. So we're gonna go take Toronto -1.5 on the strength that Minnesota just played last night, back to backs. You don't want to play a team like Toronto that's good on the back to back. All right, and then also we got the Ottawa Senators at Carolina. Okay, Ottawa's 29-27 against the spread, at 27-29 for their record against the year. So they're pretty decent. Okay, at least against the spread, and in real life, 86% of the money's on Ottawa tonight. Okay, Carolina is 38-18. 86% of the money's on Ottawa. 71% of the bets is on Carolina. I don't like Carolina tonight. I'm not mistaken, they played last night. I forgot who they played. I didn't write it down. I apologize, but I like Ottawa in this game. We're going to take Ottawa plus 1.5. Okay, I'm not taking them to win. We're not taking them to win or on the money line. We're just taking them to cover plus 1.5. That's actually minus 142. All right. But so we're going to take Ottawa's. Okay. So your action for tonight, you got College Hoop Rock. You've got Ricky P. Iona at Mount St. Mary's. We're taking Iona Gales minus 9.5. Okay. Then NHL, we've got the Minnesota Wild at Toronto. We're going to take Toronto minus 1.5 for plus 116. And we're going to take the Ottawa Senators plus 1.5 at Carolina. Okay. And that's minus 142. All right. Now, let me get into this rant here. I'm going to try to be as brief as I can, but I was on, one of my homies' Facebook page, it's Cat Paul, that I know a little bit, and had this picture or this video of right after the Super Bowl this year, Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback, embracing his dad, Patrick Mahomes Sr. And to me, it was just made up for the camera. I mean, I'm not saying that, that there was a production with it, but what I'm saying is that interaction was not genuine. I don't care what anyone says. If I can lay it out for you, Patrick is walking. He's got his wife, the little blonde lady, Brittany. She's got her hand, he's holding her hand. She's behind him. He goes, hold on, I got, stop to talk to my dad. Stops. He reaches out to like bro hug his dad, like on something like that. It was just like, and it wasn't even really a bro hug. It was more like a, one of those type of things. It didn't look like that. And dad reaches out and grabs him up, snatches him up, and hugs him, hugs the hell out of him. It was real genuine from dad because you can tell he loves his son. But from what I can tell, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that the son, Patrick, the quarterback, don't fuck with him. And, dad, we did it. The dad's uncontrollably crying, proud of his son. But dad, we did it. The quarterback, Patrick Jr. said, stuff like that. The dad can't even talk because he's just so elated. The boy is like, and then he goes, I gotta go. The most abrupt, non-loving departure I've ever seen in my life between a father and his son. Soon as he lets go of his dad, smile goes off his face, real stern face like this, as he's walking away. Mind you, dad never even acknowledges the wife. Wife never even acknowledges the dad. Bye, dad, bye, senior. None of that. None of that. It's a quick video, but you can tell that was a quick, abrupt, this conversation. I gotta go, just like that. And I was always under the impression that he didn't fuck with him. Why? Because I've never seen an interview from the dad about the boy. I've never seen one. And Patrick is the quarterback. He's 27 this year. He'll be 28 later this year. And I remember after they beat the Bengals in the AFC Championship, dad's walking through, the stadium, smoking a cigar, talking about some, yeah, my baby boy did it. He came back like he always do. Men don't talk to their sons like that when they're damn near 30. My baby boy. No man would belittle his son like that because he know that's a part of the affirming. Don't belittle your son. That's clue number one, that they don't really fuck with each other. This is just for the camera. Just because they know cameras are around, so they gotta, act like they're embracing and they loving each other. But you can tell the son doesn't fuck with him for some reason. At least from my point of view. Maybe you disagree. My guy I was telling you about, whose page it was on, Paul, he seems to disagree. Didn't really say why, but that's neither here nor there. He doesn't like I said, that embrace didn't seem natural. It didn't seem like he really wanted to really holler at his dad. Just felt like he had to because there was cameras around. And two, in all this time that Patrick's been in the league, like I said, I've never seen his dad do an interview about him. Pretty much. So what? This is what, sixth, seventh year going into or whatever. They're starting to say he's one of the best ever, if not the best ever, quarterback anyway. Never seen his dad do an interview about him, but his dad's a former pro athlete. He used to pitch in Major League Baseball. Mets, I think the Texas Rangers. Or no, not the Rangers, what's that team in Minnesota? The Twins. How are you this good of a quarterback? Obviously got your arm from your dad. And there's never been an interview of you two together, or at least dad not talking about him. I've never seen it. If there has one, please post it in the comments, and I'll watch it and and take a look at it. And I'll apologize if I feel like I need to. But I've never seen it. Never seen a video of them together. Comparative analysis. Two of them. First, Tiger Woods. Remember when he won the Masters in 1997? You look it up on YouTube. After he made his putt on the 19th or 18th green, came up, it just he fell into his dad's arms, crying and consoling. It was a historic moment, first black to win the Masters and whatnot. But that was genuine. You could feel that one. I wasn't even 21 yet. I was just now turning 20. I was just now 20, about to turn 21, a couple months later. That was genuine. Tiger fell into the dude's, lap, damn near. This with Mahomes after the Super Bowl it didn't feel genuine. It didn't. And then the other comparative analysis, Ken Griffey Jr. When he was about 27 years old, they was talking about he's the greatest ever baseball player. They just like they were Tiger Woods when he was 21, 22, talking about he was on his way to be the greatest. But, when Ken Griffey Jr. was like 27 years old, just like Patrick Mahomes, they was talking about he was great, possibly the greatest center fielder ever. A couple years later, he makes the baseball all-time team, for the 90s or whatever. No, it was all-time team. It wasn't just the 90s. He makes the team, that was on the field, Johnny Bench, Pete Rose. There was a bunch of people. Stan Musial, all those cats, old-time cats too. Ken Griffey Jr., I don't know, what is he, 55 now? When he does an interview, you can't tell if he's 5 years old or 55 years old, the way he honors and respects his dad. Still his superhero. He'll tell you everything he got in baseball, he got from, as a result of being growing up in the clubhouse and being with his dad. Patrick Mahomes has never embraced the fact that he got his athleticism from his dad. If he did, it was kind of gratuitous, or like he had to do it, like, oh yeah, my dad, blah, blah, blah. No, Ken Griffey Jr., when he talks about his dad, it's in pure reverence. Like, you let Ken Griffey Jr. tell it, let him tell it, he'll tell you his dad's better than him. He just had to deal with more shit. That's why Junior has better stats. I remember watching the All the Smoke podcast, with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. I stopped watching them for a while after they interviewed Ken Griffey Jr. Why? Ken Griffey Jr. Why? Because they act like they were surprised that this black man embraces and openly speaks highly of his dad. It looked like they act like it was so foreign to them. Like, you could just feel the energy. It was visceral. That this was foreign to them. A man coming in here speaking highly of their dad. A black man coming in speaking highly of his dad. It was like really foreign to them. So Patrick Mahomes, and you look at the family dynamic, um, I'm just, like I said, I'm just spitballing here. I look at mom, I've dated, been around enough white women to tell you, she looks like she probably had an issue with that narcotic. Like the old players say, that narcotic. She like she might have messed around with that narcotic for a little while. And the younger brother, I don't know what his sexual orientation is, but I'm just gonna say he's not the most, as Eddie Murphy said in Raw, talking about Michael Jackson back then. He ain't the most masculine fella. Not that means anything, but like when your brother is put it like this, the younger brother is the same age that Patrick Mahomes was when he was drafted. The younger brother's still dancing in videos, doing, all types of weird shit. I can see a situation, like I said, I don't know this is just me talking. If I'm proven otherwise, I'll apologize, but I wouldn't be surprised to find out that the reason why he's like he is because when mom and dad split, mom, having so much, having so many men come over and, random dicks come over and whatnot. One of them probably touched that boy. Whether you believe it or not, don't act like that doesn't happen. Don't act like that doesn't happen in some of these households. Mom's boyfriend up here fucking the kids. Don't act like it doesn't happen. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised to find out if that happened with that kid, because he's just like totally just way out in left field, nothing like his older brother. But at least he's got rhythm. You can tell, younger, older or younger Patcher, the quarterback, doesn't have any real style, game, rhythm. He's just basically a dark-skinned white kid, and I can see he probably blames his dad for whatever his mom went through, with an abusive boyfriend, drug use, being ostracized from society, from having biracial kids and whatnot. I can see he probably blames his dad for everything. Because dad probably wasn't around to, because whatever. Because like I said, dad, I'm 47, or I'll be 47 in July. Dad's at least 3 to 5 years older than me. I'm not sure his age for sure, but he's 50 something. He's walking around talking about, yeah, my boy, we out here smoking that burro pack. You old ass nigga, what are you talking about smoking packs, using that young boy language? We ain't supposed to talk like that as elders. We ain't supposed to talk like that. That's that Chicago drill slang and no, cut it off. Then after the next game, after the Super Bowl, like, yeah, we smoking that Philly blunt. Again, old niggas trying to be young. It's always been one of the worst, one of the biggest afflictions in the black community. Old niggas trying to be young. Doing, old, you see that old dude be at the damn steakhouse wearing a jersey, wearing his ball cap backwards. I mean, hell, look at me holding my damn cap. I ain't even got it all the way on, but that's because I'm in a room and it's, it's kind of warm. I'll take it off. My hairline coming back. I'm almost back, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just don't. I don't like that family. I just don't like them. It's not that I don't like them, but not everything's there for the world to see. I think there's some other issues going on, and they're hiding some things. The other quarterback, Jalen Hurts, he's biracial too. His dad was his coach in high school. And, but if he had been, like my homie on Twitter, I actually know the guy who started that tweet. He said that, had he been a convicted felon or whatever, that'd be played up. But no, his dad, was a teacher and a coach. And it wasn't played up enough in the media that he's a coach's kid. However, but I like I said, Griffey Sr. and Griffey Jr., Griffey Sr. always did interviews about Jr. And when Jr. did interviews, he always talked about Dad. Tiger Woods always spoke about his dad. When Dad died, that's when Tiger kind of fell off, started, cheating on his wife and all that kind of other shit was going on. Never heard Patrick Mahomes speak highly about his dad. There's something going on there, okay? But I digress. I'm going to hop off of here. It's been a little bit longer than I anticipated. Like I said, let me give you the three picks again. College Hoop Rock, Iona minus 9.5, okay? In the NHL, we're taking Toronto minus 1.5, okay? And against Minnesota, and Ottawa plus 1.5 on the road at Carolina, all right? So there you have it. Got plenty of time to go in and get your action in. Like I said, I'm doing another video. I'm just talking, there's going to be some talking shit and some action on tomorrow too, okay? It'll be up tomorrow morning, about 11 o'clock, all right? But yeah, so let's go get our action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous to each other. And, I'll talk about that tomorrow because this is the end of the video. But, yeah, but until then, everybody stay safe and be well. Peace.